All right, guys, let's rank every single prismatic and prismatic pet in the game. Let's get it started. So first up, let's go over some of the older ones, and then we're going to hop on in and rank the new ones. Let's get it. But before we do, guys, let's see if we can get this video to 500 likes, and then I'm going to be giving away a 10x game speed. So subscribe, like the video, and comment down below your Roblox username if you guys want to enter for a free 10x game speed. All right, here we go, guys. So here is our tiers. So we're going to rank them pretty much solely based on their damage. Now, because boss battles is no longer meta, if you guys don't know, boss battles were nerfed kind of to oblivion. They're still good if you're wanting to go for gems and coins, but other than that, they're not really that great. So I'm going to rank units more based on how good they are in infinite mode this time. So that's gonna be a little bit different of a change than other tier lists. So keep that in mind. I know sometimes we've done more of like a Tower of Karate list. This is going to be more of a infinite mode list. So let's get it popping off. First up, we have Sticky Fins. Now, what you guys don't know is line AoE units don't actually tell you the real damage. So I don't really like line AoE units that much, but for my calculations, he is a half decent prismatic. I'm going to put him into the C tier. There's definitely a lot of units way better than him, but he's not the worst. All right. So next up, we have some of the other old units. We got the OG prismatic, the square pants. Now, from my testing, Sticky Fins is a slightly better, or at least easier to get. So I'm going to put Sticky Fins slightly higher than square pants. And again, I really hate the line AoE units. In my opinion, they're not really that good. Next up, we have Snowbob. Now, Snowbob and Sticky Fins are actually very similar into how good they are. However, I will say Snowbob has way better of an AoE. If you guys see splash damage AoE, that is way better than line AoE. Line AoE, you can basically have their damage. Sometimes even it's only actually just 25% of this. But splash damage, it counts the whole damage. So you got to factor that in. Same thing with like single target. So whenever you see a line AoE, the damage is not accurate. So that's why we're putting him like this. All right, next up, we have the first prismatic pet. Now, I'm actually going to put this prismatic pet into the S tier. Now, why am I doing that? Actually, I'll put him in the 8th. I guess it's technically meta, guys. So, but technically, there's a better pet than it, so I'm going to put it there. The reason being is it has 2 placement, and this one is basically free. I believe there's over like 3 or 4 million of these that exist. And they're basically like have 0 trading value. So if you're a new player, you can basically, people will just give you these for free. And in fact, if you still need an SPU, just comment down below. I'm giving them away. I have like 100. They're insanely easy to get. Even the shiny Wumbo is easy to get. So that's why I'm putting it in A tier, just because of how easy it is to get. Next up, we have Clam. Now, I actually just got the Clam. All right. I actually do have him now. So that's pretty cool. However, he's kind of hard to get. So because of how hard he is to get, he's going to be basically impossible shiny Wumbo, etc. I'm going to actually put him into the C tier. You could use him. He is technically somewhat meta, but he's dang near impossible to 5-star. You're gonna need to make like 25 accounts. So if you're willing to make 25 accounts, he's easy to 5-star. I'll put it that way. All right. Next up, we have another one of the pets. We have the spatula. I'm gonna put the spatula into the D tier. Now, why am I doing this? Now, the spatula is technically meta, but it is so hard to 5-star that I just don't think anybody is going to do it, and it's probably like the most expensive unit to 5-star because the only way to get it was through Robux, and it was like a lot of Robux. So like it would be like 16,000 Robux to 5-star it. Just not worth it. Especially when you can get this guy a lot easier. Now I'm gonna put this guy into the B tier. The reason being is he is slightly harder to get than SPUs, but I will say he is still very easy to get, especially because they've been dropping a lot of prismatic chests lately. So he's very, very easy to get, but I'm gonna give SPU the slight edge because SPU is a newer unit and honestly really easy to get. All right, next up, pet-wise, we have Snail Fail. Now, what makes Snail Fail the best is he has a 3 placement, which makes him like 50% better than both of these, and he also just has higher stats, and he's actually pretty easy to get. You just have to like AFK for a few hours to get him. So I'm gonna be honest, if you factor that in, he's almost as easy to get as SPU. I will say though, he is harder to get 5-star if you wanted to 5-star him. But if you don't care about 5-stars, Snail Fail is like so easy to get, and he's just so much better. Like normal Snail Fail is better than 5-star SPU, hands down, any day of the week. So Snail Fail, absolute must have. Next up, we have Kenny the Cat. I'm gonna put Kenny the Cat into, I'll put him into the A tier. He has very high damage. Let me show you what I had. Actually, I had like the normal one in some other videos I posted. And he's doing a lot of damage, way more than the other ones. And he actually gets to a pretty decent wave solo. But he's just been so eclipsed by the power creep that he's no longer meta. Gary Booty. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Gary Booty is now insanely easy to get. All you have to do is index the cards. And they've been giving away those card packs like candy. So Like if you were in the today, I believe you got like 20 card packs, and that gives you a 20% chance of getting Gary Booty. And that's for the superstar. It's like a 50% chance to get a normal one. Like it's insanely easy to get Gary Booty. He's basically worth nothing anymore. So that's why I'm putting him up there. And he's so easy to superstar. That's what makes him special. Like you can superstar this guy like nothing, but it takes an arm and a leg to superstar Kenny the Cat. So that's really cool about Gary Booty. So if you're a new player, Gary Booty is definitely one of the ones I would try to get. Very low trading value and is plummeting. Next up, we have Ringmaster. Not as good as these ones, but still a pretty decent unit. Definitely a tier above Snowbob. Same thing with Squidbob. Now, I'll be honest, there's only like 100 of these that exist. I think it might be up to 150 now. So these are really rare, but it's actually surprisingly easy to get once you can like get the farm going. And the thing about him is he's getting easier to get every single update. And as far as damage wise, he's basically as good as a Ringmaster. So I'm going to put him in the B tier. All right, Blackjack, I'm going to be honest, he's not the best unit. I'm going to put him into the C tier. The main reason being is he's very easy to get, kind of like Sticky Fins. But him and Sticky Fins are right about the same amount of DPS. He might be slightly better than Sticky Fins, but it's pretty close. I'd say they're all roughly in the same tier. So yeah. Next up, we have the GOAT, guys. No unit is better than Spongebob. His damage is absolutely crazy. Do I have a copy on this account? I have it on my other account. But yeah, this guy's absolutely cracked out. He is the best unit in the entire game right now. Pretty much by far. However, we have the two new units, Sudbob. Sudbob's also very good. He's the second best unit. I'll show you his stats. All right, he has 120 million base stats, and Kenny the Cat has 12. So he's doing 10 times Kenny the Cat's damage, which is absolutely crazy. And if we take a look at his max stats, 7.49 billion. Now remember, he's a line AoE, so his damage isn't entirely accurate compared to Spongebob. So that's why he's going one tier below Spongebob. All right, next up we have Hans. Now Hans is very good as well. In my opinion, he's the third best prismatic in the game. 1 billion damage, single target. He's way better than Kenny the Cat for my testing. So I'm going to put him up here in the S tier easily. So here's my rankings, guys. We got Spongebob is the best, then Sudbob, then him, and then Gary Booty, and then Kenny the Cat. Best pet is Snailfail, and obviously you can kind of pick whatever pets you want after that, but SP is going to be easy to 5-star, and so is this guy as well, T1949A or whatever. So there you go, guys. There's my tier list. Comment down below what you think. And don't forget, guys, I am giving away a free 10x game speed at 500 likes. So make sure you guys smash the like button. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great update. And hopefully we can get some more good units too, because you guys might have noticed I didn't include any of the new units on the tier list. And that's because they are just not anywhere close to as good as Prismatics. However, I will say Heartman is getting a little bit closer to Prismatic. He's almost good enough to put on the list. Like, he's almost there. So if you guys are wondering about Heartman, he's almost there. Cupid Spongebob just sucks. I don't think he's good at all.